Have you ever found yourself stuck in a loop of delay, knowing what you need to do, but endlessly putting it off? Why do we procrastinate even when deadlines loom and stress builds? Today, let's uncover how to stop procrastinating forever and finally take control of your time and goals. What is procrastination really? Many people believe procrastination is just about laziness or poor time management, but there's way more beneath the surface. Psychologists define procrastination as voluntarily delaying an intended action despite expecting to be worse off for the delay. Sound familiar? You plan to start a project early, yet you wait until the last moment. You tell yourself, "I work better under pressure," but the pressure only makes you anxious and less productive. Why does this happen? It's because procrastination often stems from uncomfortable feelings, fear, perfectionism, boredom, or overwhelm, not a lack of willpower. The brain tries to protect you by seeking immediate comfort, even if it harms long-term goals. Have you ever wondered why your mind craves distraction when facing difficult tasks? It's exactly its way of coping. But here's something crucial. Understanding procrastination is the first step to beating it. The neuroscience behind procrastination. Let's get a little sciencey for a moment. In your brain, two areas battle constantly: the limbic system, which seeks instant pleasure and comfort, and the prefrontal cortex, responsible for planning and self-control. When you procrastinate, your limbic system wins. It offers an immediate reward, like scrolling social media, binge watching, or daydreaming, while the prefrontal cortex struggles to push you toward long-term goals. This internal conflict is why mere motivation or telling yourself to do better often fails. It's not a character flaw, it's a biological tug-of-war. How can we tip this balance in favor of productivity? By rewiring habits and emotions linked to task avoidance. Why do we procrastinate? Triggers and patterns. Not all procrastination is equal. Different triggers send us into delay mode. For some, it's fear of failure or perfectionism, waiting to start until conditions are just right. For others, it's boredom or overwhelming tasks that feel too big to handle. Think about your last time you procrastinated. Was it because the task seemed intimidating? You feared not doing it perfectly? You lacked interest or excitement? You felt anxious or unsure where to start? Being honest with yourself about why you procrastinate unlocks targeted solutions, because treating the symptom without knowing the cause is like putting a Band-Aid on a broken bone. Step 1. Break tasks into tiny steps. Here's the first big game changer. Chunk down huge, daunting tasks into tiny, manageable pieces. Science shows our brains love progress and reward. Instead of clean the entire house, break it into vacuum the living room, organize the desk drawer, or sort laundry for 15 minutes. When you finish each small step, dopamine, the brain's feel-good chemical, is released, motivating you to keep going. Have you ever tried starting a big project with overwhelming scope only to freeze up? This strategy prevents that freeze by making your first step unbelievably easy. Try asking yourself, what's the smallest possible action I can take right now? Step 2. The 2-minute rule. Here's a game changer, straight from productivity expert David Allen. It's called the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes to do, don't think, just do it. Sounds simple, right? But this one habit builds serious momentum. Why? Because clearing tiny tasks, like replying to a quick email, tossing trash, or writing a short to-do list, frees up mental space. And when your mind isn't cluttered with 100 little things, it's easier to focus on the big stuff. Think about it. How many of those "I'll do it later" tasks are still hanging around? Those add up and become fuel for procrastination. By doing them immediately, you create a rhythm of action. You feel progress, and that progress drives motivation. So here's your challenge. Look around and think. What's one small thing you've been putting off that could be done in under 2 minutes? Hold on to that thought, because as we move forward, you'll see how stacking these tiny wins can completely change how you approach your day. Step 3. Use deadlines and Pomodoro timers. Deadlines create urgency, the need to act now rather than later. But not just any deadline. Self-imposed short deadlines work best, especially combined with focused work sprints. Enter the Pomodoro technique. Work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. After 4 sessions, enjoy a longer break. The ticking timer turns work from a chore into a game. Can you finish this section before the alarm? This taps into your brain's natural love for challenges and rewards. What task would you try Pomodoro with today? Step 4. Find accountability partners. Just like exercise or dieting, having someone to check in with boosts follow-through. Accountability shifts motivation from internal to social. You want to avoid letting others down. Share your goals with a friend, family member, or coach and set regular check-ins. Even posting progress publicly can increase commitment. Think about the last time you promised someone you'd do something. Didn't it push you to get it done? Step 5. Identify and manage triggers. Certain situations trigger procrastination for us, like sitting on the couch, opening social apps, or feeling tired. Identify your personal red flags. Is it your phone pings, a cluttered desk, afternoon energy slumps? Once you recognize triggers, you can take steps to control or eliminate them. For example, switch your phone to Do Not Disturb during work blocks, clean your workspace at the start of the day, or plan tasks according to your energy highs and lows. What procrastination triggers stand out for you? Step 6. Optimize your environment. Here's something people often overlook, but it makes a massive difference. Your environment. The space you work in isn't just a background. It's a powerful trigger that either fuels your focus or feeds your distractions. A cluttered, noisy space tells your brain, it's chaos here. Let's avoid this. But a clean, calm, well-lit space, that's an invitation to get things done. Even small changes to your surroundings can have a huge impact on your productivity. Start simple. Clear your desk. Just a few minutes of tidying can instantly reduce mental clutter. Remove visual distractions. Put your phone away or close unrelated tabs. Use natural light when you can, or a good desk lamp to keep your energy up. Add little touches that inspire you. A plant, a photo, even a quote on the wall. And don't underestimate sound. Try instrumental music or noise-canceling headphones to stay in the zone. Think of your environment like your personal launchpad. When it's set up right, getting started feels easier, and staying focused becomes natural. So, ask yourself, is your space working with you or against you? Maybe it's time for a reset. Step 7. Practice mindfulness and emotional awareness. Why do we avoid tasks emotionally? Often it's because they trigger feelings we don't want to face: stress, fear, or frustration. Mindfulness trains you to observe these emotions without judgment. Instead of running from anxiety, you acknowledge it and gently redirect your focus. Try a few minutes of guided breathing or meditation daily. This builds mental resilience and improves concentration. Have you noticed how stress clouds your ability to start tasks? Mindfulness weakens that grip. Step 8. Reframe your mindset. Your thoughts shape your behavior. Are you telling yourself, I can't do this, or it must be perfect? Reframe. This is a chance to learn, or progress beats perfection. Embracing a growth mindset reduces fear of failure and increases willingness to start, even imperfectly. Celebrate small wins to build confidence. Each completed step builds momentum and rewires your brain for success. Step 9. Be kind to yourself. Here's something most people never consider when it comes to procrastination: how you talk to yourself afterward. When you put things off, it's easy to fall into that trap of harsh self-talk. I'm lazy, I'll never get this right, what's wrong with me? But here's the truth: beating yourself up doesn't help. In fact, it guarantees you'll procrastinate again. Why? Because shame creates stress. And when you're stressed, your brain avoids discomfort by escaping into distractions. Instead, try this. Practice self-compassion. Seriously, talk to yourself like you would to a close friend who's struggling. You wouldn't call them a failure. You'd encourage them, tell them it's okay, and help them get back on track. That same kindness, when turned inward, reduces anxiety and helps you refocus without guilt. Remember, procrastination is a behavior, not a personality trait. One moment of delay doesn't define you. What matters is what you do next. So ask yourself, if a friend missed a deadline or got off track, how would you respond? Can you offer that same patience to yourself? Because the road to productivity isn't paved with pressure, it's built on understanding, forgiveness, and a fresh start. Step 10. Build consistent habits. Procrastination fades when productive actions become automatic habits. Start with small, consistent daily routines, morning planning, focus sessions, or task reviews. Over time, these habits lower resistance to work. Try establishing a power hour, your most productive daily time when you tackle the hardest task first. What small habit could you start tomorrow that moves you closer to beating procrastination? Why lasting change takes time. Stopping procrastination forever isn't an overnight fix. It requires patience, persistence, and experimentation. What works for one person may not work for another, or may need tweaking over time. Expect setbacks and learn from them instead of giving up. Each step forward strengthens your ability to act. Imagine the future where procrastination no longer steals your time or peace of mind, where you confidently tackle tasks and enjoy the satisfaction of progress. If you could stop procrastinating right now, even just a little, what would you start? Maybe it's that book you've been putting off, a quick workout, or finally having that important conversation. Remember, the hardest step is almost always just getting started. But now you've got the tools, so take that first step and keep the momentum going. And if this video helped shift your mindset, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more content that helps you stay focused.